Good evening, folks. How are we? How's tricks? That's probably a bit too long, that intro. I think I might have to trim that a little bit. But how are we doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Middle of the week. It's all downhill to the weekend now, or uphill. Hope we're all doing okay. We are on Elm Creek. We did a little bit of a survey this week to see if you wanted some FS19 or FS22 for the stream, and 2,500 of you voted. Cut it in half and send you the second bit. Yeah, 2,500 of you voted, and you voted like pretty convincingly for some FS22 stuff. 84% of you voted FS22. And I kind of thought, funny, Args and I chatted about this at the weekend, it's difficult at the moment because there's so few maps to get variety in the gameplay. So I thought, right, I haven't done Elm Creek. I know everybody else is doing Elm Creek, but I thought I'd put a different slant on it, and we'll do a little bit of a haulage firm type approach. So there we go. So we've got ourselves a little trucking setup here, and we're gonna run some different contracts for people. We've got quite a lot to do, so it should be quite good fun. Chinook, hello from New Zealand. Welcome, my friend, and welcome to Israel as well. Ian's Outdoor Recovery. I missed the first half. There we go. Can anybody help me download FS22 on your PS4? But you can't find an option to buy equipment. Are you missing something? You mean buy equipment as in where the shop is, Ian? I think what you'll need to do there. I'm rubbish with the console because I don't play on console, but I think we'll maybe leave that one. Keep an eye on the chat, Ian, because there'll be definitely some console players who'll tell you the right button to hit. So here we are. First and foremost, we are rocking some Peterbilt trucks from Expendables because there you go, central touchpad. The Macs in game are rubbish and don't pull anything at the moment. Nice looking models, but they don't pull anything. So what we'll do is sorry, I'm reading the chat here. We'll jump in. Look at this as well. Let me start this engine up. Look at that! There's a working engine inside. You can open the hood and working engine inside. So really nice detail on these. Link is in the chat in the description to the vid. I'll give you a link to it. So there you go. But we have got a few things to do today. Do you know what we'll do? We'll just dive straight into it, I think. Let's reverse up here. Thought that was a bit too far away. Okay, this is going to be fun. I'm going to end up clattering into the other truck as I leave. There we go. So the only problem with this when you download it, it is really noisy. So I strongly advise that you maybe tweak the audio settings on it. That's what I did. Basically knocked a load of... oh! There's those incredibly strong wooden poles. Good jake brake on this though. Right, we're going to just pull this in here, I think. Because we haven't got anything started yet. Hope that buffs out. It won't buff out. I absolutely love when Args and FSG are in the chat. Makes for a fun stream. Well, Args could always join me if he wants. I think he's at work though. Crash counter +1. Yeah, just a bit. So we've got a load of cornfields here with combines ready to go, which we will set up to go. We're going to be running this grain down to the big silo where the grain train comes and picks it up and takes it all the way off map. So we're going to sell as much of it as we can off map tonight, I think. So we'll run these combines. We've also got sugar beet haul to do, and we've also got a flour delivery to do. So we've got a mix of different things to do. Should be quite good fun. Just check my wheel settings actually. Still having problems with my wheel. It's not It's not behaving as well as it should. Looking okay there. So I thought I'd try out the big class. Get that started. We'll put workers on these, and we'll maybe run the auger wagons, and we'll top up the big mother bin there, and then we can unload and load from the trucks from there. Forward Ag, how you going? Nice to see you. Bearded Gamer, nice to see you too. Yes, Argsy and I are going to do a live stream at the weekend with Mr. Dirk Farms, which could be quite good fun. Yo. Reffy Pomeroy, what's my favourite thing about FS22? The smoothness of it. Having played FS19 at the weekend, the fact that this runs almost perfectly at 60 frames a second the whole time, it was lost on me until I fired back up FS19, and then it kind of frightened me how we put up with FS19 and the frame rates we did for as long as we did. Because this is optimised so much better. King Gamer, don't cry, mate. I see you. I see you. Lots of people. I put it on slow tonight. I didn't to try and keep up. I'm struggling to keep up the last couple of live streams, so I thought I would try and put it on slow tonight. Clive, any news on Courseplay for FS22? I know they're working on it, Clive. How long it's going to be before it comes out, I'm not entirely sure. A while, I think. A while. Shane Sonny, how are you doing? Farmer Shane, wow. You've been away for a while, my friend. Nice to have you back, nice to see you. So this is running nicely across here. Look at that animation at the back of this class combine. If ESAB was here, this is his favourite thing, I think. Ken Farmer Courseplay is going to make grapes and olive easier, I hope. I don't think it's going to work for grapes and olive, so if I'm being brutally honest, because every grapevine has a collision on it, so I think it's going to be difficult. Lumberjack mod has been added. In fact, I'm running it tonight. And definitely one to rejoice over. It's a good one. Chinook, is FS22 okay in single player? Is it better for multi? It's as good for both. It depends on what you want to do, Chinook. My tutorials for Courseplay were great. Will I do new ones for 22 when it comes? I definitely will reveal, yeah. Definitely, especially if they've got some new functionality in there, which I'm kind of hoping they might do. Evening BR, how you doing? Nadine Beresford Davis. Does anyone else's Elm Creek lag like hell if you have too many mods activated? Oh, look at that, it's missed the end of the field off. Pesky helpers. They're not the cleverest, are they? Jeremy, do these modded trucks have issues with the traction like the base game? No, that's why I've got them. Because, yeah, the base game ones are undrivable really at the moment. So yeah, no, that's why I downloaded them. And actually, I really like them. They're just nice trucks. It does if you have too many greenhouse pallets on a truck. Is that right? Is it, Bearded? Even the Peterbilts struggle. Ah, technically I'm not driving this, King Gamer. I've got an inept helper. I'm going to jump in my 9RX because I think we're not a million miles away from being finished here. 9RT even. This is the modded versions of these as well, by KMN Farming. They're just nicely tweaked from the base game ones. He took the base game ones and just tidied them up a bit, which is nice. The frame rate lags with too many pallets. Ah, right, got you. Well, we'll find out in a bit, because I've got quite a large flour delivery to do. You tried logging before Lumberjack mod arrived. You're glad it's finally here. So yes, thanks. So that's what was throwing me, Carpiest. So Carpiest has very kindly offered to give away. He's got a copy of one of the extra content codes for FS22, one of the tractor codes. So he's offered to give that away tonight on the stream. So we'll maybe do a little prize draw later on and give that away. So thank you. That's very good of you. So we'll do that. Yeah, I think the man truck works as well, DJ Fox. I think it's maybe something on the Macs. If you look at them closely, you'll see that the rear wheels, one is turning one way and one is turning the other way. I think it's just a very simple XML change to fix them. But obviously, Giants are going to wait until they do their first update to do that. Jeremy, are those Motherbin mods available anywhere? They are base game, Jeremy. They are base game. This is the 9RT Nugget. This is actually a base game mod. This one's tweaked slightly. Like I said, it's from KMN Modding, so go check his Facebook page out if you want this version. It's just got the orange US warning triangle on it and things like that. Manual hookup's good, isn't it? Bearded. Any word on when some 4x maps are coming? I know there's a 16x map coming out on Christmas Day. But not heard much, to be honest. I saw No Man's Land failed testing yesterday. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that. Are there snow contracts in the winter? Yes, I believe there are, actually. There are some flat maps on FS22 mods yet. Oh, look, he's finished over there and I'm sitting here. It is a North Dakota map, I believe, BR. This is the problem with helpers. If I had Courseplay, he would have reversed out and he would have... I'm going to have to drive on crop now to get this unloaded. There we go. Just ooh and ah over the fill planes again in the combines because they look so good. That little bit of motion blur they've put on when the stuff's moving is quite nice as well. I didn't hear why No Man's Land failed, no. But I am intrigued. There we go. 25%, so we can get 4 full combine loads in here. That's good. So we will park him up here. We'll have to keep coming back and checking on him. But in the meantime, I think we'll go and jump into... yes, we'll jump into this bad boy. I joked today, the other day on my Discord, that you can fully expect every single YouTuber to be doing a survival series on No Man's Land next week, if it gets released. There we go. Failed because Giants aren't allowing homemade brands like AJ Tech on consoles, so AJ has got to change all the sheds and placeables to Lizard. That's interesting. It's probably not Giants that aren't allowing it. Carp, it'll be Sony. Sony, they're yeah, they're a little bit awkward like that. Right, let's find my way up. We're going all the way up here. Actually, the quickest route is probably to here. And then over there. Oh no, up here. Right, we'll work it out. I'm still finding my way around this map. Ah, Grant, how you doing? Nice to see you again. How are you doing? Oh look, I pulled out in front of a car again. That's not like me. There we go. See what the in-cab's like. Oh, that jailbreak's huge. I need to tweak some of these sound files still, I think. Maybe a bit quiet, maybe I've overdone it. They do nice mods, don't they? Oh, train! That would have been a disaster. Could have got myself onto a YouTube disaster short. Am I going to get flipped now when it comes up? Wasn't even paying attention. Could have flown through there. Yeah, well. Yeah, those telephone poles are solid, right? There's our other contract right there. Good chunk of sugar beets that will need delivering. Right, I'm going to start paying attention. See? No traffic. It's all good. That would have definitely made the blooper reel, right? Right. Over this bridge. Let's see if I can remember the way. Skip that road. Now I'm going to have to check the map again. 1 second. Like a tourist. Right, okay. Yeah, we hang a left this way. Wind my way. Oh, there you go, Scott. Oh, cracky, that's a narrow bridge. Can I even get under that? Just. Throwing all these challenges our way. What they tend to do, Derek, is... now I don't know where to go again. What they tend to do is give them their real names on PC, but then rebadge them to Lizard on console. Here we go. There's the flour delivery that we're supposed to be taking somewhere. Hello Rob, how are you doing? The truck is a Peterbilt by Expendables. I've popped the link to it in the description for the vid, so you guys can have it too. Just watch the audio levels on it. I've tweaked the audio levels in the XML because it is very loud if you take it as it is. But other than that, it's pretty good. Right, let's go and load some pallets. Squeeze past the end here, my little electric. Oh, AI Worker G has nearly got a full grain tank. We better go and unload him in a minute. I don't know what any of you guys think, but I think the physics have improved in 22. My driving hasn't. Papa Dudat, new to the channel. Question: is the game worth the price? And are there a lot of glitches? There are some glitches. I would say there are as many glitches as you would expect in a new game. There's nothing game breaking, I don't think, anyway. I don't know what the other guys think. So I'd be interested to see. Good one for the chat. To answer. I'm sure you'll get a variation of different opinions. There we go. U front and Z. There we go. We'll open the curtain side. So we'll load up a bit of this. We'll jump back in a minute. I genuinely think there'll be a few updates. I mean, crikey, look what FS19 ended up on version 1.7.1 in the end, didn't it? So it wasn't like FS19 was without its bugs. And it's certainly not Cyberpunk. So it's pretty slick from that perspective. Oh, Aussie being very, very forthright in his views there. Should have been a $30 game. Interesting. Is it worth getting the Logitech heavy equipment bundle? Lewis, I had that. I really rated it, actually. I had no issues with it. The wheel is very plasticky, I will say that. So, like build quality wise, there are better quality wheels out there. But at the same time, it never let me down. It never skipped a beat while I was using it. I have upgraded for 22 because I wanted the Logitech gear stick as well. But apart from that, I thought it was a brilliant bit of kit. Zadio, hi FSG, how do you get your own logo on the cab? You can edit mods using Giant's Editor, and you can add your logos in. Farmer Taz has done... Well, Kadurk Farms did a brilliant video for FS19. And I think Farmer Taz at the moment is the only person that's done an FS22 version. What was I saying about physics? A magic palette now. Buildings not been able to... Yes, that's a surprise, that one, isn't it? That you can't use any of the other buildings other than the main farm on the maps. I think some of the map makers are a bit frustrated about that as well, because they like to use some of the base game buildings for their maps, and they can't now because they're kind of useless. These are all joined together. Have you noticed this? There we go. See, my loading skills have not improved with time. I'll tidy them up at the end. We'll straighten them all up at the end. The fact that there's a curtain on the other side so they can't fall off the other side is a bonus. Just rammed holes in a load of flour bags. Oh well. There we go, the forks are a bit big. In fact, the base game semis aren't underpowered as much as they are broken fundamentally at the moment. They're going to be repaired in the first patch, but at the moment the wheels slip. In fact, some of the wheels are actually rotating in the wrong direction on the Max. King Gamer, what map would I recommend? It all depends on how you want to play the game, I think, mate. Because they all do pretty much the same thing, so really it boils down to scenery in the end. What would you prefer scenery-wise? Right, there we go. Right, let's go and check that combine. Reading somebody's who's flying to the moon. That sounds fun. When we go for a Logitech G29 or 920 and a cheap tablet, I agree with that, Derek. That's a good call. Oh, I've got my beacon here as well. I should. Said I was going to stick this on my head, didn't I? There we go. Ready? Hey! There we go. 50%. 51%, of course. Right, we'll let him push on. There is actually another combine in the other field we could get started as well. Here he is. He's probably better out of the way before the combine... Oh no, he has got down this far. Let's drop him into this field and get him started as well. You can indeed fit a manual gear shift. I have that as well. No beacons, no hybrid vests. Yeah, I'm a maverick. Not close it up again. There we go. I do like the noise of this fent, by the way. It does sound nice. I long for courseplay though. The helpers just don't cut it for me, I'm afraid. I wish they did. They're useful, but not useful enough, I'm afraid. Not for what I want to do. I could be running. I could be running 2 of these. I'm getting straw in this one though. Sean, do the number of days per month affect if snow falls or not? I think there's probably more chance of it falling if your months are longer, Sean, but other than that, I don't know, if I'm being honest. The bale and pallet physics look a lot better behaved in FS22. Haven't heard any complaints. I do think they're good. I do think they are better. I've got no evidence to prove that they're better, but definitely feels a little bit better to me. Even Dylan from Oz, how are you doing? Did I install my new JD Suicide number? I did indeed, yes. It weighs a ton actually, it's quite funny, so when you turn the wheel off and it loses all its spring or force feedback, it flops down to the bottom. But, yeah. But it's good. It's very helpful. Welcome, Aaron. Sorry, missed you there. Welcome, welcome. I have to say, it is brilliant. As a we've always said this, right? As a base game, and let's be honest, the modders will do what the modders do. As a base game to build on, I think it's really, really good. Like I said, the performance, the graphical improvements, the performance improvements are what are going to make this sting when the new mods come out. I'm just, you know, just let's all be patient with the mods. Don't go and download. There's a load of garbage out there at the moment. People have just hacked stuff and don't really know what they're doing. I would strongly recommend waiting for the real modders to do their thing properly. Since it's FS22, do you believe they'll introduce drones, since some farms use drones for agriculture? Maybe, Papa, maybe. Maybe indeed. Elm Creek is a disappointment, the others are awesome, bearded. I kind of want to agree with that. Elm Creek was the one I got the most excited about. Well, the worst is when they scrape the beta versions off the modders GitHub page. Exactly, Dazed. Yeah. Yeah. It's a sad state of affairs at the moment. He's running nicely. He must be almost ready to unload again. Of course he's going to be pointing the wrong way. Honestly, at the moment, I would be very cautious about downloading anything out with the main mod hub, because at least you know it's been through some sort of giant's checking, or you know, your trusted modders, like this tractor from KMN, Stuffed in His Farms is doing. You know you've got guys there who know what they're doing, so you can trust them. Forward Ag Boys are doing some good stuff at the moment. So I would definitely don't just download any old mod, because it'll probably come back and bite you. Zadio, what site would you recommend best for mods other than Giants? And it's crazy how calming this is. It is quite chill, isn't it? Something quite chill about driving a tractor and a combine. Mod Network at the moment, I would say, is probably the only one I would recommend. But even then, there's a lot of rubbish on there. The thing I like about Mod Network, it was set up by modders to kind of protect them a little bit more. But the way it's set up is that you have to report if there's a mod on there that is yours and somebody. So it kind of puts the onus on the modder to manage it, which is a bit unfair. I always thought it'd be better to do it the other way around, whereas you almost have to kind of prove that you're a modder or earn kind of accreditation to be able to post your mods on the site, and nobody else can post, and then it would be a really clean, safe site to do it from. Yes Mods did it, I think, well as well. They did that kind of check first. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody who's I wish I had the time. Anybody who's a brilliant web developer or coder, give me a shout, because I think there's a gap in the market there to create a mod site to protect all the modders, which in turn is going to protect the quality of the game. There we go. Looks like he's nearly finished, so we will run alongside him here. Go. Jared Dooley and Papa Dudat, welcome, gentlemen, welcome. You can access the multiplayer server now. If you want to jump on to the Discord after the stream, we'll get you set up. Reveal media. Yes, I agree. I think it does play slightly slower than 19. You can fix all that, of course. You can turn off seasons, and you can turn on plant growth and turn up plant growth and things like that. All that needs to happen is that giants take a firmer stance on scraping websites. That which stops. That's very true, actually, Dazed. Yeah, they do seem to be willing to let it slide, don't they? Which is interesting. Grumpy, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Is FS22 worth buying, or should you wait? Depends. I think it's worth buying, personally. Depends how much time you've got. If you're not going to be able to play it much, I would wait until you've got an opportunity to play it a bit more, and you get the kind of double benefit then of potentially there being a lot more mods out by that time as well. So, Anarax with the super chat as well. Thank you very much, my friend. That is very kind of you. Everything goes towards kind of supporting the channel, supporting the live streams, the servers, doing little competitions and giveaways and things like that. So thank you very much. It's most kind of you. There we go. Why did that not start emptying? I've got cheats installed, so I can't run at a sensible pace. There we go. You've been disappointed. Giants have been very slow to release any patch to address issues within the game. Yeah, I kind of think the logistics of releasing a patch they're quite time consuming. So what they'll do is try and bundle as many changes into one place as they can. It's kind of EA Sports are one of our clients. And I kind of know a little bit about it from that perspective. That they'll bundle if there's a load of issues that people have obviously flagged from the first few weeks of playing the game, because to be honest, it's the best test environment you've got when you release a game. Because crikey, what we know, there's about 2 million people playing it. That's 2 million testers in the first few weeks. So releasing a patch day after day after day, fixing little things would be too time consuming to do. So what they'll do, especially because it's on consoles as well, if it was just a PC game, you'd probably see more short-term patches. But it's better for them to bundle it all up and do one big push out, and then jump back and let's just jump and get that other combine, which I think was full. Yeah, he was. Then do it intermittently. So that's probably the reason behind it. I mean, if there's game-breaking stuff, they will push that out quickly. So I think there were some quite fundamental things console-wise that were causing issues. So they fixed that. Yeah, gameplay testing is impossible, because it doesn't matter if you've got 100 people or 1,000 people or 2,000 people. You're never going to match 2 million people playing it. Game breaking would be FSG pulling out in front of a traffic time. Yeah, dodging trains and things like that. You're really liking the payments of something I actually haven't looked at the woodwork side of things yet. I do need to have a look at that. There we go. King Gamer, what are the benefits of being a member? If you actually click on the join button, it will give you the breakdown there, King. But basically, you get discounts on my merchandise. You get access to the multiplayer servers, so you can play with other guys in the community. We've got 3 servers running at the moment, a couple of FS19 ones still, and also FS22 Hope Baileron. There is no join button for you. Now I think you can only join if you're maybe over 18. So if you put your age into your membership of the channel, into your login, you may not see it. You messed with the tree last night. I won't be doing that again. Haven't even cut. You've got to cut a tree down just to hear the Just hear the noise, which is quite good. Gen Z, nice to see you. Ed Boakes, are you on an iOS device? How do you mean, Ed? Ah, right, yes. King Gamer, you might be, if you're looking on your phone, I think maybe the join button doesn't appear. When the game works, it's brilliant. You just have to stay away from trees and fences. Oh, is that right, is it? Breaking multiplayers. You heard the noise in the gameplay stuff pre-release, you're good. You only need to hear it once. Gen Z, thank you very much. That Peterbilt's linked in the description to the vid, so go grab it if you want it. It's an Expendables one, and it is very nice. Ah, you're on iPad. Okay, King, you need to do it on. You probably need to be on a desktop computer or a laptop or something like that for it to appear. I think there are some issues on iOS. Don't know how close he is to being finished, actually. Is that mother bin split into sections, or is it just that fill plane being fun again? Yeah, it's just the fill plane being really accurate. I get excited about fill planes now in FS22. They look so good. Yeah, if you are watching and you are enjoying it, please hit the do hit the like button, because it does definitely help the channel. That would be awesome. I appreciate it. Beds, this is Elm Creek, my friend. He's nearly full, he's 80%. Good timing. I like this class combine, I have to say. The disliker hasn't returned. Maybe he got bored. Reed, good evening. How are you doing? Thank you. I've seen those likes tick up. Much appreciated. Can't see dislikes, that's true actually, yeah. He's probably still here, furiously mashing the button, going, I hate this guy! Yeah, the button's still there, but it doesn't show you the number, it doesn't show you the count, does it? Right, what are we doing now? Let's get started on our sugar beets as well. Let's kind of try and run as much stuff as we can. Dazed, yes, I did. I have got a breakdown of all the new stuff that Sim Dash can do in 22, and I've built some of it into a bit of a demo screen already. But there's a lot of information stuff that it now gives you, which is very good. So it'll tell you when an implement's raised or an implement's lowered, and lots of alerts and things like that. So I'm definitely keen to get it right before I kind of push it out into a dash. But there's some clever stuff. There's still not much more in terms of data beyond what they've got already. So you know, fuel and speed and things like that. But there's some really clever kind of info stuff that will make them look and feel a lot more interactive. It won't just look like an image on a screen. It's going to have a lot more interactivity about it, lights and stuff. So yeah, definitely excited about that. Right, I'm going to risk it over the crossing again. Got away with it. Dislike still equals a view. Exactly, DJ. I've always looked at it like that. And I think YouTube, you know, it compares the likes to the dislikes, and if they're in the, you know, the tiny, tiny minority, it almost dismisses them anyway. Because they're like, it's just a random with an axe to grind. Right. Sean's story, does Sim Dashboard only work on it? It does, I'm afraid, yes. It doesn't work on iOS. Something to do with the Apple security protocols not really wanting to... they don't want people to have local connections to other devices, particularly. There is an iOS version out, but it's certainly Sim Dashboard has got no intention of running it on iOS. I think it's a lot of hassle trying to get them into the Apple App Store as well. Start the engine. That's what I hope they fix that bug in the next update as well. Don't want to tell us to start the engine when we've not done anything. Most of the time I work it out. There is actually an engine start mod that I used in 19, which was very helpful. Being somebody that used to deploy apps to the Apple App Store in my old job, I know how painful it is. There we go. Really block the traffic, I am, by filling up on the road. Actually, I'm pointing the wrong way. It would be better for me to be the other direction. Right, I'll drive around the back. So somebody dropped me a note, and I can't remember who it was a while back, who is running Sim Dashboard, but what he does is he runs it through another tool first. It could be what you're talking about, Dazed. Where you load the game up, and whenever you get into a tractor, it recognises the tractor and it switches the dash automatically for you. So if you got into a case tractor, it would switch to a case tractor. There we go. Yeah, if you got into a John Deere, it would switch to a John Deere screen, things like that. I thought that was brilliant. There we go. Let's load this up. Strange. Oh, Game Glass. I don't know about Game Glass, to be honest, but I shall have a look. Patrick, guten Tag, sir. How are you? Anton, nice to see you. It reminds you to start the engine all the time. I know. Quit gaming, quit to desktop as well. Yeah, I missed that from 19 as well. Good evening, Junt. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Dust Bunny, how did I get my logo on the truck door? You basically jump into Giants Editor 9, drop in a fresh plane and manipulate it to where you want it on your vehicle. If you want to check out, Farmer Taz has done a video on it, which is actually very good. Explains it pretty well, so definitely worth looking. Looks like those Timpty trailers were illegally converted. How's that, John? Bearded ordered some merch. Thank you very much, sir. That's very kind of you. Hopefully they add a toggle to turn off the on. I kind of hope that they... I don't mind it if you've got into a tractor and you try and do something before you turn the engine on, like it did in 19. Oh, has Kadirk done a video now as well, has he? Or his FS19 one's is a good reference point to check out for sure. Yeah. Blocking the roads. I'm blocking the roads. See? You can just wait. Alright, I'll get out of your way. Fine. Fine. Jeez. There we go. Right, we'll leave him filling up. I'll check our combines again. It looks like, yeah. He's ready to empty and the other one's finished the field. There we go. Beds, is the new maps out? No, not yet, mate. Not yet. I think it's going to take a little bit longer for the mappers to either convert or create their maps. I think some of the vehicle mods are a little bit easier to convert. Waylon, good evening. How are you doing, mate? Nice to see you. At least they stop back a bit. Yeah, they don't seem to crash into you as much, which is a bit of a problem for me because I used to blame them. Now, when I've done it, it's because it's me that's crashed into them. Anything with textures not UDIM is yeah. I think there's a few texture issues with the Giants Editor 9 at the moment as well. I think they're looking for an issue with textures for mapping. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but I think Days, you should maybe have a chat with Trailer Park Farms on the Discord, because his sheds, I demoed this and I'll demo it again because I actually think it's really cool. The way that you hide stuff when you're not in the shed. So let's buy a vehicle. Let's just buy a random vehicle to demo this. Let's buy ourselves a nice tractor. Here we go, a nice John Deere. There we go. So we've got a John Deere there. See it? Nice. And we've got our buildings in the background. If you go to here, shut this door here. There's your tractor. There's your buildings, okay? Now if I go into wireframe mode, is it going to let me go into wireframe mode? There we go. Now if I move out of the way, as I move, see how it's unloading the tractor? And the buildings in the background? So this is where they get the performance gains. Look at the map now in the background. It's like it's unloading loads of stuff to keep the performance high. It's so good, and then look, it loads back in as it gets closer. So in the doorways there it's loading in. Might actually be better to do it if I did it out of this doorway. So you look, no wheels. Your garage is gone because but the moment your camera moves, it's loading stuff in or loading stuff out. So you can see where stuff is or isn't. That in FS19, all of that stuff would still be getting loaded in behind that shed, even though you couldn't see it. So it's really clever. It's really clever tech, that. FSG, you're proud to say maps are on Mod Hub. Are they? Is there any maps on Mod Hub? I don't think there is. And I wouldn't touch any of the other maps that are out yet. I don't think they're of the caliber that we're used to. So Days, it's actually it's a map that you put on your buildings. It's a new map that you can drop in when you're building your buildings. So So I think like Trailer Park Farm worked it out. So I'll put you guys in touch with each other and you can have a chat about it. But he was saying he's inspected some of the other buildings that have gone onto Mod Hub and stuff like that, and that map hasn't been thought about. They've not bothered to put it in. Am I going to hit this off the roof of my tractor? No, I'm not. Look at that. So even though it's there, people aren't necessarily using it, which is... Right, we're going to get these last little bits here. Sorry, I'm too busy reading the chat. Pick up these last little bits and then we will... I hired a worker by accident, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, so so am I actually. I was surprised that as well. Right, let's get these last bits and pieces on this field. And then we can move along to the next one. He says as he misses a huge chunk of it. Welcome from Germany, Patrick. Hope you're having a good evening. There's a big chunk up there. Do I bother going and getting that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Can't waste good crop. And I've missed that bit there, so I have to come back down anyway. Nick Stegman, good evening, sir. How are you? I've just worked out my... the reason why that's happening. My raise and lower button and my helper are on the same button. That's a bad call with my mapping, isn't it? Take care, Fusion. See you later, mate. Thanks for dropping by. AI Worker F nearly has a full grain tank as well, so we're doing alright here. There we go. Field done. Hopper loaded up. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Jeez. And we will go and have a look, because I believe there's another field that needs to be done. There we go. Field 68, which looks even bigger than the one we're in. I'm going to risk it. We're going to run along the road with our header. If the Millennium Farmer can do it, we can do it too. Let's just hope we don't meet anything along the way or clatter into the bridge. Look at this. Ducking and weaving our way through. Look at that. Skills. Through the hard bit. There's quite a lot of that field left actually, isn't there? It's a bigger field than I thought, huh? Oh, stop sign. Didn't need it anyway. Oh, we've got another bridge. Oh, it's got bits on both sides. Is this going to work? Passing place. This is either going to end in tears or we're going to get away with it. Oh! Awkward. Nothing wrong, look, it's still working. It's working fine. Excellent Star Wars reference there, Kieran. Nice one. See, nothing wrong. It's not even a scratch on it. Those sunflowers just wafting in the breeze there. They're nice, aren't they? There we go. Sarvarbek. Welcome, sir. How are you doing? I bet the bloke on the corner in Elm Creek is sick of me knocking his mailbox over. 'Tis but a flesh wound. So I think we'll probably... we'll leave the mother bin where it is. I think we'll just run a... I think we'll run this down to the field, hadn't we? Tell you what, they build the bridges strong. All because I wouldn't buy a header trailer as well, right? Whee! So get rid of that sign, see? Even tidied up after myself. Maybe there's a few more signs. Some kind of insurance. Yeah, we're fine. Well, a haulage company. Have some sort of decent insurance somewhere, won't they? Right, let's get this combine unloaded again. The header trailers are good, aren't they? The way that the header locks into them is very good. I kind of think it's a bit sad that we've got these lovely Demco trailers in FS22, but they're not as good as the ones that custom modding did for 19. I really wish that Giants had just gone to modders and gone, hey, custom, can we buy that license off you for that mod? We'll pay you a bit of money, and you can kind of contribute to the game. That would have been lovely, wouldn't it? That would have been a way of kind of supporting the modding community. But yeah, they've kind of, I don't know. I know. You know, the reasons for it and stuff, and you know the terms and conditions that Giants have on the site. And I just think, you know, if you're going to do a mod like this, make it as good as the ones the modders have done, right? It's just a bit of a shame, really. That's true. Actually, they could have just taken them, which is why I kind of wonder why they didn't, to a point. Oh dear, Svarabek, you're upsetting Nightbot. It's never a good place to be. Right, how are our beets doing? Could we run these down to the sugar factory? We could. Let's do that. Well, that's the only thing, isn't it? PR, it could be a PR nightmare for them. Should we do some chopped sugar beet? It's more cost effective. So here's the thing, I placed this before, but I can't actually paint a gateway in, because you can't buy the non field-based land. So from that perspective, you're kind of stuck with what you've got. So it's a bit frustrating, really. And also, notice when you place, this is a flat field, but when you place stuff, it doesn't kind of put it flat on the thing. Right, what am I going to do? That's the other thing. I like having these turned off, but I can never, I can never find where stuff is if I leave them off. So sometimes I have to just pop them on quickly and paint anywhere and place it. Paint anywhere. I've got place anywhere. I didn't know there was a paint anywhere. That makes total sense, of course. Right, let's get our let's do our little party piece from our. Get the McCormick. Can I put a front loader on it? Nope. Typical. Really? Front loader attaches. I'm gonna have to, I don't want to go for John Deere. The Massey. The new Massey. There we go. How a front loader. Front loaders. There we go, and we want the front loader tools all the way along here to our Ruby 2000. Oh, is that right, Anton? That's interesting. Oh, I know it's not about money. I know. There's the optics of it is potentially disastrous for them, and I think that I think there's a healthy respect for what the modders do for the game. I think they know as well that they extend the life of the game with the mods that they keep on coming out. That's why they support it so much. You know, they're only a small developer as well, right? So. Hopefully that's in the right place. We'll get another conveyor belt. Fun idea after seeing your video on the bucket grain augers turn sugar beets into cut sugar beets from getting destroyed by the corkscrew. That's a good idea, actually. I like that. Right, here we go. See how accurate I can be. Come on. That's the one we wanted. Technically should have put the other one on, but this'll do. And I'm aware I haven't got it turned on yet either. I think I might have to put the other one on actually. I think this might be too high. We'll just see though. Oh no, it's working. Huh. That's not what I wanted to do. Tip back grain door is what I wanted. There we go. There you go. Better turn my... There we go! Yay! Direct hit, first time. Well, we'll leave him run. I think our combine's probably ready again. Oh no, he's turning, he's not ready. He is going to be ready soon though. Peter, that Peterbilt mod is only on PC. Yes, it will be, Peter. The MT guy, how are you doing? It's a fast way of getting cut sugar beets. I kind of hope there'll be a few more. I mean, it's quite. I mean, it only holds 2,000 litres. I kind of think there'll be a more. Hoping there's a more industrial. Need for. Oh, look, that combine's full over there as well. In fact, we'll let him go first. Saran, that. Oh, is he full as well? Look at that! Right as we arrive at him, that bucket is designed. It basically chops up sugar beet into sugar beet cuts, which are a more efficient and I think slightly cheaper way of producing sugar. There's a factory that cuts beets. I don't know if there is scope. There possibly is. I've not seen it. I've not seen it. So if there is it one of the production ones in, or is it? Got a harvester that chops the beet as it harvests the beet. Is that right, Cranky? See, that's something we need as well. Right, he's off. In fact, I am going to take him down to the field, I think. I wasn't going to, but I don't want to run my... I don't want to run my semi on the field. Son of Ragnar, welcome back, man. How you doing? Nice to see you. Now I'm reading the chat and not looking where I'm going. Oops. Stop distracting me, you lot. Of course, I've put it in a slow tractor. Oh, I might switch to the... I'll switch to the 8RX. You can imagine the newspaper cuttings, can't you? The crazed local contractor in $5 million damage lawsuit. Hey Mike, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. It's doing alright. It's doing alright, and you guys seem to want to see more of this than FS19, which I was almost surprised at, because the West Texas vid that Argsy and I did the other day was really well received. I think it was probably one of my higher viewed West Texas vids in the first few hours. That's right, Days, if there's nobody left, nobody will get in my way anymore, right? Douglas Ray, thank you very much for that super chat, buddy. That is much appreciated. Big shout out to Douglas. Argsy Gaming had a great idea in my Discord. That worries me. I'm not sure I've seen it yet. Right, let's park him here. He's got capacity left in him. But I am going to take this one down. Sounds so nice, this tractor. So this is the other one that was done by KMN modding. Because apparently the wheel arches underneath the cab there are black on the one in game, which is wrong. The John Deere ones are green, so... Jana! With the super chat. Thank you very much, sir. You're a gentleman, very kind. 100 of your Norwegian krona. Oh look, I parked my... I left my auger wagon in the middle of the field. That was clever. Nick Stegman as well, wow! With the 20 bucks US, thank you very much, sir. That is incredibly kind of you. It was my pleasure chatting to you before. And I hope it all works out, man. I'm looking forward to hearing the results. Without giving too much away. Reveal as well. Join as a farm manager. Welcome, Reveal. Get yourself onto the Discord after and we'll get you set up for the server. It got all busy in the chat. Oh, look at all the colours, like a rainbow. Right, park you up there. So, let's do the giveaway now. Thank you, Carp, for reminding me. So, Carp, who is on Nadine's account tonight, has got one of the base game giveaway tractors available, and we said we would do a giveaway on it. Which, remind me which one it is, Carp. I can't get into Discord at the moment because of the stream, but it he will just confirm it there, and we'll do a little... What I'll do is I'll jump into Nightbot quickly. And I will set up the Fendt Black Beauty. There we go. So, if you have got the game, and if you've got the Fendt Black Beauty, let somebody else have it. Be nice. Share about. But if you've got the game, but you haven't got the Fendt Black Beauty, and you would like it, we're going to do a giveaway now. And we are going to do it. Going to test all your... I'm going to do a test on your spelling. So if you all put... And you only need to do it once, because it only records one answer. But if you put in Fendt BB in as the keyword, we will take it from there. So there you go, Fendt BB. Let's roll. Let's go now, and we'll let it go for a couple of minutes. So just so you know, it's Fendt BB. There you go. Can be lowercase or uppercase. Doesn't matter. Oh, I've got 2 to give away. So Dazed has donated 1, so we'll do 2 winners tonight. How about that? Thank you, Dazed. That's brilliant of you. So we'll put that in. We'll let it run for a couple of minutes. And then we will send you the code. Will it run? We know that, but it's nice of the guys to donate stuff. I appreciate that. This one doesn't run this much quicker actually. I thought this was faster, but it's not. I need some big fence, these slow things. So we have got check your spelling, guys. Joel. Fix your spelling. No spaces either. Or backslash Inokison. It's got to be Fent BB, all one word. So retype them if you put spaces in. Joel, you've put Fen BB and then you've put Fend BB. I've typed it as well. It's going to be hilarious if I win it. No, go and empty a combine while we're waiting. Oh, I should have got a JCB, shouldn't I? Right, we're ticking up now. There we go. We're starting to see some entries in. There's some shocking spelling by you folk, by the way. Israel! Spell it right! There we go. Another load out. Right, should we roll it? It looks like we've finished with the submissions. So good luck, folks. Let's just roll this and see what happens. Keep an eye on the chat. Zydio, congratulations. I'm going to write this down. If you jump onto the Discord after the stream, we will send you the code over. Let me just write that down. And we're going to roll again now for the second one from Dazed. What do you know? King Gamer has won the giveaway. There we go. Congrats, Zadio. Congrats, King Gamer. We will send you codes to you. So yeah, drop in and drop into Discord and drop me a message, and I will send them to you. Nice one, guys. And thank you to both Carpestier and Dazed Williamson Digital Farm for the very kind donations. Thanks, gents. Right, I've actually, for my haulage firm, we actually haven't hauled much tonight. Edward Barrett, nice to see you again, sir. How are you? How much of this am I going to get into here? I'm going to start running this to the store at some point. Oh, Args. So late to the party, mate. So late to the party. We are full. Bearded, take care, my friend. Thanks for dropping by, dude. As always, appreciate your support, my friend. Anybody who doesn't know Bearded, go check him out. He streams on Twitch all the time. And go and give him your support. Give him a follow on Twitch. And tell him the FarmSim guy sent you. Hey Ozzy, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Right, let's get this into the mother bin. Yeah, Oggsy already know who you won. I'm just disappointed he still hasn't told me what the lottery tickets are the day before. It's just downright mean in my book. I was going to do it on the road again, but no, I will drive around. I'll be slightly responsible with my driving. There we go. Yeah, slow mode, 15 seconds. But when you travel to the other side of the world, it extends to 15 minutes. Right, he's running, 2 combines running. Should we do another run of beets before... That's the bakery. No, we won't do that. Oh, he's stopped. Ah, because the engine stopped. The occupational hazard of leaving the engine running. That one stopped too. There we go. There we go, all running. Dazed, take care, my friend. I've had 0 time for the game Reddit lately, so got my fix. You're welcome, man. That's the rest of that in. Good. Right, let's go and load up another load of this. No checking, just make the assumption that there's no vehicles coming. Hey Isab, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. You've missed some really nice fill planes going on tonight with combines, Isab. And a Jake break. Go. I'll have to fire up this conveyor belt again. Yes, we're going to leave it on the road. I'm not sorry. There we go. Yeah, the Jake break. I knew you'd like that. Right, he's going to be nearly finished. Let's run him back. Look at that fill plane. I filled it up from one end on purpose, so it looked good. Very nice. Edward Barrett. Yeah, if you're being deployed, that makes total sense to have a laptop. I would stretch yourself to one of the new RTX carded ones if you can. Not cheap though. Oh, he's got a full grain tank already. Which one's F? Never know. Don't think it's the Fendt, although the Fendt looks pretty full as well. Probably is the Probably is the class. Carl Bergeron, hello, how are you doing? There's a fill plane on the combine as well, is nice. In fact, it drains from the middle as well. Goes in on a cone, is good. Do you know what I'd say? My advice, Edward, and I'm not... I'll probably get a backup from another one. Go and find the exact spec of that Alienware and buy a non-Alienware version. You're probably paying over the odds. Alienware like to put a premium on their stuff, and also their customer service sucks. FarmSim AgriHub, how are you doing? Nice to see you. There you go, ESAB. Alienware's like a swear word to you, isn't it? How much of this are we going to get in here? Oh, enough. MSI, I love MSI stuff. Both my graphics cards are MSI. Same as Rolex, paying for that? No, Rolex is quality, mate. He says. Looking on his desk. Ah, who put these wide wheels on this? That bridge is taking a beating. So interestingly, Scott, I don't know if it's the same in the States. There are tons in the UK of brilliant small gaming PC build specialists, and all they do is build gaming PCs. And the customer service from those guys is really, really good. So they basically buy cases, parts, build them up, and ship them out. So you get all the best kit, but you don't get, you know, it's not HP or Dell or Alienware or Razer or any of these guys. It's just, you know, the best kit that you can buy, and they tend to be a bit cheaper than paying for the brand names as well. Yeah, I would definitely go to those guys before I would go to a Best Buy or somewhere like that and try and buy a PC. Watch the crash count, yeah. It's turned into a Farmer Cop tribute stream. There we go. I think this holds about 250,000 litres. Chill Blast. There you go. Yeah. They're great. I'd recommend them. Chill Blast are really good. Overclockers are good in the UK as well. Yeah, UK Gaming, there's another one. eBuyer as well, who I use. They build some decent kit as well, and they're a bit bigger. But my last one I bought from them before I built my own was an eBuyer one, and that's still going strong. Exactly, Paul. You know, that's... They don't want to lose customers if you're a small startup business, right? Hey, Dean. May you ask for a link for those truck, please? You don't even need to ask. You can just read the description. The FarmSim Agri Hub. What do I do as my main job? I am in marketing. I don't do it anymore, but I used to do graphic design and video editing and animation and things like that. But now now unfortunately I tell other people to do it, which is incredibly boring. But they don't pay you as well for being a graphic designer, so I've still got all the skills. That's why I do this. This is why I do YouTube, because it keeps me keeps my creative juices flowing. Shame Mark Thor's not here. Mark's very clued up on current PC state of play, isn't he? Thanks, Paul. Yeah. Frustrated creative coming out in me, I think. Benoit, mate, you make a good point, mate. You do. Yeah. The configurers are good, actually. Some of the certainly the UK guys. I'm sure you'll have them in the States as well, where you can just pick all your parts as well. PC Specialist there, another one. I always take a demotion at work. Not sure I'd square that one by Mrs. FSG. Maybe that's his style. Maybe that's your style, Paul. You could like do a whole a suite of kids sim dashboards. Nah, stick at it, man. It comes with practice, honestly. At least you're having a go. That's the most important thing, right? There you go. PC parts picker. Yeah, that is good actually. From a I do like that in the US. We don't have anything like that in the UK. Oh, I'm out of range. I have the joy now of trying to steer this. Tell you, if you can do this, they'll give you like a HGV license in the UK. There we go. There we go. So I have this. It's interesting reading your comment there, Esab. I have this kind of whole issue that I've lost my sense of purpose at work these days. Because you used to deliver something, you used to make something or design something or create something that ended up going out and being somewhere, like on an advert or a website or whatever. And now all I do is tell people what to do or what not to do, and it gets a bit frustrating because at the end of the day, there's nothing tangible at the end of it to say, well, what did you do at work today? Well, I did this. Whereas in fact, now I just go, I just spoke to a lot of people. Too close to it. Is the realistic series still running? I don't know is the quick answer to that one, FarmSim. It all depends on appetite. I did a survey to what I was going to stream today, and it was almost unanimously wanted to see FS22. So if that continues to be the case, I think maybe not, but not to say it won't come back at some point. Carp, there is PC Specialist is another one. Box.co.uk is another one. Oh, there's a few. I might actually drop them in. I might drop them in the Discord, Carp. Interestingly, this isn't filling up, is it? Oh, because I'm not in it. Oh, doofus. There you go, Edward. It is. It was just a bit slow. It was a bit slow on the uptake. I'm just looking at the dog who's managed to wedge her leg up the back of the radiator that she's lying next to. That's going to be fun when she wakes up. Pleasant View, how are you doing? 100, there we go. PCs are expensive at the moment. Although I would say a pre-built or a custom build is the only way to go. You can't buy the parts for love nor money. I have to say, Args and I loved doing West Texas at the weekend. It was great firing around in those big 9RXs with all the tools. I was definitely enjoying it. I'll be brutally honest, if I may. I am struggling a bit with 22 in terms of content because one, because all the YouTubers are doing the same stuff, and I don't just want to do the same as everybody else. I mean, crikey, if we see another how-to video on what brings the best grain. Oh, why is it switched back to that door again? Yeah, which crop makes you the most money? I'm like, there's no point in me doing one of them because there's about 20 out there. So I'm kind of biding my time. I'd love a new map sooner rather than later. Need a big flat. See, Donald, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. Kind of surprised that I haven't played on any Scottish map. Do you know what I did? What's the Aberdeen map? I did that. But I did it as a potato farm. No Man's Land. No, I won't be going anywhere near No Man's Land in a video series. Again, every YouTuber next week will be on No Man's Land if it's released. 4 times as big as that. 16 times. I've got a 16 times map lined up. It just needs to be placed in my hands, and then I will hopefully be out with that pretty quickly. But again, I'm slightly concerned that even the first big maps, everybody's going to jump on as well. See, now I knocked my thing out, so I've got a mixture of sugar beets and cut sugar beet in my... There you go. Well, I love the dirt map, actually. I haven't seen trip vehicles properly dirty in... Peace River for 22 could be good. Lawfolds, that's the one. Thank you, Nitro. And Calmston looks awesome, right? Calmston's going to be awesome, but again, everybody's going to be on Calmston. It's just the way it is, right? For the first new game, first few maps that come out, you know, people will have kind of had their fill of the base game maps, and they'll be itching to get into something new. So I genuinely think the first like 5 or 6 maps that come out will be, everybody will be playing them, and then it'll start to kind of permeate from there. Yeah, that new dirt map on that class combine is nice, isn't it? Look at that. How good is that? Beautiful. It's behind the header as well, and the dust. Very nice. See if we'll manage to get all the way empty here. Crikey, time flies when you're having fun, right? We actually haven't run any grain to the grain store, so let's do that, because that was the whole point of this. Open this up. My new wheel doesn't have a big button in the middle of it to sound the horn. Any gameplay on Bull's Gap if it comes to 20? I might have to revisit Bull's Gap if it comes to 22, yes. There we go. Again, filling up on the road. Logo looks good though, doesn't it? I was quite pleased with that. It's quite good, the old counter on the side. We had 200,000 in there, so there's 4 truckloads here. That was a fast on. Jeez, speed that unloaded. Look at that. Nice. Right, let's get this unloaded. See, he even got out of his way in time. Avoid the train this time. Nowhere to be seen. Lined up. We'll get this all unloaded in and onto the train, and then we'll sell it. There we go. I think horn volume sound is too low. I think volume in general has been dipped a lot on 22 compared to 19, but I do think it's for the better. Take care, Paul. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Right, let's go and get another load straight away. Janar, take it easy, man. Thank you again for the super chat. Much appreciated. There we go. Ah, the white van man. Well, he's not in a white van, he's in a black van, but he was stopping for nobody. Ah, traffic. There we go. Should add an animation to the grain cart covers, I agree with that, definitely. That is an important conversation, Grant, I totally agree. Nah, Max is falling apart under the pressure. Lewis has been there 8 times before. 7 times before, nearly 8 times. I think Lewis will pip him. I think he pushed it a little too hard in Saudi. And I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed with Christian Horner's behaviour. Little bit disappointed. I think they've had to, like, Mercedes have kind of, alright, they've maybe been a bit sneaky, but they've kind of gone around it a little bit more, like, professionally. Whereas I think kind of Christian's gone a little bit crazy. Being a bit petulant. Zadio, no worries my friend, make sure you drop into the Discord and we'll get you your code for your tractor. Max is the best driver in the world. I'm gonna disagree with you there. I'm gonna disagree with you. Up until this year he hadn't even led a world championship in any single-seater category. He crashes too much. He's too petulant. He could turn into one, talent-wise. There's no argument. But I would challenge that he's one of the best in the world still. Did you, Edward? It looked a very cool track, I have to say. I mean, maybe slightly dangerous, but at the same time, very cool track. It's funny, isn't it, Donald? Like, Vettel was like public enemy #1 a few years ago. Funnily enough, when he was with Red Bull. Maybe there's a sign there. Yeah, no, it's he's turned into like one of the nicest guys on the grid now, hasn't he? Which is kind of funny. Ooh, watch where you're going. I was like, what's the noise in the background? The dog is chewing on his stick. Doggo cam. Might not even be in shot. There you go. She's usually fast asleep by this time of night, so I don't know why she's wide awake. There we go. Oh, don't get me wrong, Lewis, I think, is disappeared up his own you-know-what in the last few years. But you can't fault the guy's driving talent. Yeah, Charlie Leclerc's good. I love the whole new batch of drivers. Charles Leclerc, Sainz, Lando, George Russell. I think they're all class drivers. I'd love to see Mick Schumacher in a decent car as well, to really know if he's got it. Thank you, Emily Ford. Very kind. Next year's going to be a real set. It's going to be great. Right, do you know what we're going to do to finish the stream? We are going to get ourselves a train, and we're going to ride it to the other end of this. Going to ride it to the other end, and we're going to sell some wheat. Where are we? Train is going to arrive soon. It's 3.5 kilometers away. That's quite a long way away. So George Russell, Jason, right, I think you're right. George Russell might be the end of Hamilton. If George Russell can hold his own against Hamilton, that might be enough for Hamilton to chuck it. I think he's going to do well. Circuit of the Americas is on my bucket list of F1 tracks to do. I was lucky enough to go to Dubai a couple of times, Abu Dhabi a couple of times actually, 2009 and 2011. So Jenson Button's championship winning year with the Brawn, which turned into the Mercedes, and it was brilliant. So yeah, desperate to do another one. There you go. Like I said, I think Hamilton's got caught up on its own hype. Funnily enough, I have a photo of Lewis giving me the thumbs up in Abu Dhabi in 2009, which is quite cool. I'll have to post that on the Discord, shall I? Lando's dropped his bundle a bit after the screw up. I think the car's gone backwards as well second half of the season. That McLaren, because they were neck and neck with Ferrari, and Ferrari's run away with it in the last few years. Right, we're just hanging around here, waiting for a train. Oh, it's 1.1 kilometers away. It's not far away now. Nice segue, Argsy. Nice segue. I like it. Drag racing is nuts. The speed is just out of this world. Emily, keep practicing. You will get good. Don't you worry. Yeah, I do like a bit of MotoGP as well. In fact, I like all what I'm saying. I like all kind of motorsport. Love a bit of WRC as well. Can't beat it. Ardbeg, very nice. Scott, very nice. Am I into rugby? Not really. Not really. It's okay, but yeah, I think you're right, Jason. I think they've maybe not developed. I think they've stopped developing their car planning for next year. Keep an eye on the cricket. Don't want to talk about. Don't want to talk about the Ashes though. What was it? 147 we were bowled out for today. Cranky with the super chat. Thank you very much, mate. That's awesome. That is very, very kind of you. Gentlemen, as always. Has your mug arrived yet, Cranky? I won an England sports cricket after yesterday. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Oggs. Being an Englishman, FSG can't go into his local when the rugby's on. Yeah. Oh, did you? Sorry, mate, I missed that. Glad it arrived. Right, we're going to run along. We're going to pop this first grain silo here. This grain silo, grain tank. This one. Look at that. Do I follow the snooker? Do you know what? I used to enjoy snooker a lot. I really haven't followed it in the last few years. It's kind of lost its. I was a Steve Davis, Dennis Taylor, Jimmy White kind of era guy, and then latterly Stephen Hendry. But since then, it's kind of, I don't know. I just got older and had less time on my hands, I think. Right, here we go. Let's roll this under here. We should be able to fill it. I think it's 150,000 is the capacity of this, so 132,000 litres. There we go. Fill her up. How much is 132,000 litres of wheat? It was 100,000 in it, or 90,000. I thought it was bigger than that. We'll pop some in the next one as well then. There we go. Right, let's go and sell this. The train will now drive to Goldcrest Valley and return on the other side of the map. Do you want to train? So if I let this go and said no, I don't want to sell the stuff, the train would come back with my stuff. But I do want to sell it. 86,000. That was terrible. I've sold wheat at completely the wrong time of year. Wheat Goldcrest 659. That is poor, isn't it? You've got to watch your prices, people. September, yes, look, I sold it at the lowest point I could have sold it. Genius. Oh well. It was just a demo anyway. Don't tell anybody. There we go. Max is the best and we won the championships. No, we won't. Auden, I'm joking with you, man. Do you know what? It's been such a good season. I don't really mind who wins. But as long as it's not Max. I'm joking. No, I'm joking. I am joking. Okay. It's time for us to stop, I think. It's been fun, this one. Thanks for all the chat. I've been more distracted by the chat than actually playing the game tonight. So we shall regroup again. Yeah, Perez to crash to Hamilton on the opening lap. Yeah, well, they say that Max still wins, right? If they both crash out at the weekend, Max still wins because he's had one more win this season than Lewis. So Lewis has to win and stay out of trouble. Yeah, just we don't want them bashing into each other and it finishing like that. Although, crikey, if Saudi's anything to go by, it's going to be nuts, isn't it? Right, everyone, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. Look after yourselves. Stay safe, and we'll churn some more content out for you over the next few days and weeks. Remember, Argsy, myself, and Mr. Kadirk Farms hopefully on Saturday doing a stream. So we will look forward to that. And it's happened before. It certainly has. It certainly has. So all the best, guys. Thank you very, very much for all joining. Thank you for all the super chats. Nitro Scott with the $10 there. Sorry, super chat, missed that, mate. Thank you very, very much. Very kind. And I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.